Okay, guys. So happy Tuesday. It's been a week since we last saw each other. So I have a bunch of notes that I've been taking kind of as I've been like doing the offensive game plan myself. So I'm going to be looking down a lot and looking at these notes just so I don't want to forget like anything that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I have, it's not too much. This Zoom won't be too long, but it's like 2 pages of notes. And it's pretty much all centered around this offensive game plan. If you guys haven't printed it out since our last Zoom, you can get this in eSuite. It's under the documents and print it out that way. I don't know how it prints out. This one's like an actual booklet that we got at the It Works You VIP night. So I don't know like how it prints out on regular paper, but I know that it prints out like just fine, and it's good. It works great. So this is kind of like what we're centering everything around. I love that they came out with this because it kind of gives you a guideline instead of just like winging it. Like, I mean, obviously most of us have winged it for the most part because it just came out, but it kind of gives you like a guideline to stick by, and it kind of keeps your like accountability on track. So if you guys have gone through this, you already know like what's in it. The main part that we're going to talk about is pretty much this page, which is your top 10, like the people that you're running with, the people that you're going to work this business with. It can't be anyone diamond and above on your downline, but you are obviously your number one. Like your business is centered around you. So first things first, your team is following you. You have to set the pace, and you have to set the pace high. If you want momentum and you want your business to take off, you have to do it. You have to be the one who's running and the one who's sprinting. Like if you want runners, I've said this so many times, but if you want to attract runners, you have to be a runner. You can't just work your business every other day or a couple times a week and expect to get a rock star to join you, because why would they? You know what I mean? There's a bunch of people that have told me, like, I joined your team because I love how you work and I love that you're really in this. There's other people that have joined my team that have had friends work or run, or like they're already distributors, but they are only in and out half of the time. And they're like, if I want to do this, I want to do it right, and I want to go all in. So you have to think about that too. Like if you were on the outside looking in and you were looking at yourself, would you want to join your business? Would you want you to be your sponsor, or would you want someone else? So think about that when you're like posting, when you're working your business, and when you're complaining about like none of your team's working or you can't find a runner. You have to be that runner first. And momentum always starts with you. So you have to be the runner and step up and lead your team for the most part, especially when these people are so new. When our distributors are so new, they have no idea what they're doing. You have to remember where you started and how you were when you first started. Like if you didn't have guidance, you wouldn't have known anything. You wouldn't have been able to get your 4 loyal customers. You wouldn't have been able to get on the training because you wouldn't know what to do. So just remember that as well. And another thing is, like, when it comes to growing your business and when it comes to the people that you're putting on your top 10, even if you don't have 10 right now, the people that you're putting on your top 10, those are the people that you want to work the closest with. Hands down. Those are the people that are going to be your rubies and your emeralds and your diamonds and doubles and triples when you're promoting. So those are the people that you want to work the closest with. You want to make sure that the people that you're putting on here are working and they're not just in a spot that you need them to be in for you to promote. Because at the end of the day, if that's what you're basing it off of, you're going to be working your business 100% by yourself. So if you have someone on this chart and the only reason they're on this chart is because you need them to go ruby in order for you to go emerald, you're going to be working by yourself, and they should not be on this chart. They can be on your, or they could be on your chart, but they should not be on this chart if they're not matching your efforts and keeping up with your pace. Like for example, say Melinda was on here and I had talked to her and I'm like, Melinda, like you're ready to go diamond. Like I want you to go diamond. Are you ready to take on those responsibilities? Are you ready to step up to the plate and be that leader, be that diamond? If her answer is no, that's fine. If she wants to, she's good with being emerald, that's where she wants to be. That's perfectly fine, but she's not going to go on my chart. If her answer is yes, then I'm going to put her on here. And I would say it takes about a week to 2 weeks after you talk to someone to figure out whether they're bullshitting you or not, whether they really want, whether you should have them on here or not. So if I talk to Melinda, I'm like, okay, you need to talk to your 2 rubies. Like, you're trying to go diamond. So, well, 3 rubies. You need to talk to them. You need to stay in communication with them all the time. You need to make sure that you're leading your team. And the second she starts to fall off and it goes like a week comes and goes and like there's really nothing coming from her, not necessarily coming as in enrolling and that type of stuff, but staying connected and leading and being in, showing up on Zoom, coming out when we're having trainings, whatever it may be. Like, once that stops, her name's coming off of this list. And that's that's pretty much how you have to think of it. Like, if you're trying to grow your business, you kind of have to be not cutthroat, but you want to work with those people that want it and that are willing to do what it takes, because going diamond is not easy and it's not going to happen overnight. You have to be willing to put a lot of work into it, regardless if you have a full-time job, regardless if you have a half-time or a part-time job, regardless if you have a full school schedule or you have 2 kids or 4 kids or whatever it may be. It's going to take work. And that's when layered leadership comes into play. So, like, for example, like if Melinda was on this, the only person that I would be contacting with and talking to with on a daily basis would be Melinda. She would then talk to her rubies every single day or whatever it may be. And then she would make sure that she's instilling in her rubies that they have to do the same thing for their downline. So not everything is falling on you. So then at the end of the day, you didn't respond to like 100 questions when they easily could have went to their ruby upline or their emerald upline or their diamond upline or whatever it may be. It's all about layered leadership. And the more that you train your team to step up to the plate and kind of like take control, the less you'll have to worry about, because you know that it's getting done. Like, for let's use Whitney, because I can see her on the screen, for example. I know that anything happening under Whitney, I don't really have to worry about, because Whitney gets shit done. Same thing with Sammy. Anything happening under Sammy with her new distributors, I know they're doing the training academy. I know that they're working on their 4 loyals, because Sammy gets shit done. Like, she knows what to do. Same thing with Melinda. You want to make sure that the people that you're putting in, I wish I had a chart with me. All my charts are downstairs. The people that you're putting in your leadership positions, like even executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, those need to be people who are willing to step up to the plate. People who don't make excuses about, oh, I was busy, or oh, I was working, or oh, it was my only day off, I was tired, that's why I didn't want to go to the meeting. Like, okay, I get that. But at the end of the day, when it's promotion time, anytime that I have promoted at the end of the month, I have been exhausted, literally exhausted. I remember when I went diamond, 27 days later, I promoted to double. Those 27 days, I don't even really remember. Like, it was a complete blur because of how much I was working. There was nights where I didn't get to kiss my kids to sleep. They were asleep by the time I got home. But after that, we took an 8-day-long vacation. So we would have never been able to do that if it wouldn't have been for my promotion. So yes, you're going to have to work long hours. Yes, you're going to be exhausted. Yes, there's going to be times where you just want to go home and go to sleep or watch a movie or hang out with your friends, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, your promotion is riding on that. And I can guarantee you that if you choose to work your business instead of the alternative, whether it's sitting on the couch watching TV or going home or whatever it may be, it's going to be worth it. And your paycheck's going to show your efforts every single month. That's not a lie. Like, every single month that my paycheck has dropped, it's because my efforts have dropped the month before. It never fails. When I pick it up, my paycheck picks up, never fails. So layered leadership is a huge thing. Another thing is, like, when you're filling out this chart, you should be having a conversation with the people that you're putting on this chart. Like, hey, Hannah, are you ready for your next promotion? Like, is this something that you're wanting? Hey, Melinda, are you ready for your next promotion? Hey, Debbie, hey, Monica, are you ready for this next promotion? If the answer is no, like I really don't want to be in a leadership position, like I don't feel like I can lead a team right now, then that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine, because it's not the easiest thing to do. And it does take a lot of effort and it does take a lot of work. But if the answer is yes, then run with them. Those are the people that you want on this chart. Let's see. What else? Okay, so when it comes to this chart are promotion charts, are any chart. When it comes to these charts and when I'm building my business, the one thing that I'm looking for when it comes to the next person that I'm going to build is, what type of distributor are they? What do they do? Like, why should I not build your business, but why should I help you build your business? Like, what is it? So when I'm looking for someone, they're either three things. One, they're a strong enroller of distributors. Two, they're a strong enroller of loyal customers. Three, they might not be a strong enroller of distributors or a strong enroller of loyal customers, but they show up and they're motivated and they're ready and they're hungry. So it's those three things. When I tell people me and Danielle have this conversation often because she insists that she's not a strong enroller. And even on the months that she's not enrolling, she shows up. She leads her team. She talks to them all the time. And you can build a very successful business by just being a good leader and leading your team and showing them what to do and how you did it and how they're supposed to do it. If you want, I was never given a loyal customer. I was never given a distributor ever since the day that I enrolled. Everything that happened on my downline happened because of my hard work, my downline's hard work. I was never given anything. So when it comes to me placing someone under someone, it's because I believe in you and you're showing me that you want this. Sometimes it does change to where I've placed people and I immediately regret it, like the next week, because that person disappeared or that person is flaky or that person isn't really showing up and it's only when they want to. Like if you're a distributor who works once a week or once every other week, or you only show up when it's like fun stuff and not when it's like training stuff and team stuff, chances are I will probably, not even just me, but your upline might never want to give you a loyal customer or distributor. And not saying that you can't promote without anyone giving you anything, because I'm living proof that you can. I've never given Daniela a distributor or a loyal customer. And it's because I've never had to. And same with me, like I was never given anything because they didn't need to. I worked my own business. I was never given anything. But you have to work. Like you have to work. If you want your team to work, you have to work. The reason why I got to Triple Diamond in less than 2 years is because I worked. Ever since the 1 Team 1 Mission that I went to, from that day on, I worked every single day. I worked on the days that I was tired. I worked on the days that I didn't feel good. I worked on the days that my kids didn't feel good. I worked every single day. And I didn't spend time. I still don't spend time. You don't want to spend time doing stuff that's not going to build your business. You don't want to spend time. Hold on, let me turn on the light. It's like got super dark in here. Okay, that's better. You don't want to spend time doing stuff that's not going to help your business, doing stuff that's not going to build your business. So like stupid Facebook pages or sharing stuff that has nothing to do with what you're trying to accomplish in your life. Like you can easily log on to Facebook and have every intention of working your business and be like, okay, I'm going to reach out to all my people that I've talked to. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to post. I'm going to do this, and that. And then before you know it, you've spent an hour on Facebook and you haven't accomplished a single thing. Like the only thing you've been doing is looking at what's going on with this person or looking at what's going on with this person instead of looking at the people who are interacting with you, whether it's like on a personal level or a business level. Like that's where your time needs to be. If you have 1 hour a day to commit to your business, that 1 hour a day has to be like solely about your business and nothing else. There can't be any distractions. And even if you do just that, even if you do just 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever it may be, your business is going to grow, but you have to limit the distractions. Like you have to. I know that there's tons of like recipes and quotes and all sorts of stuff on Facebook that you obviously can get distracted by, and that can soak up your time. Like, you kind of have to limit that and just take it away altogether. So what I do anytime I'm on Facebook and it's something pops up that's distracting or obviously not going to build my business, let me see if I can find one, because I'm pretty good at deleting everything or hiding everything. Okay, here's a good one. Come on. No? Okay. Nordstrom's. Everyone loves Nordstrom's. I don't need to see that because that's not going to build my business. This button that says hide ad, it's done. That will never pop up in my newsfeed again. I do that every single day. So for example, and I don't really have a lot of those because I'm pretty good about deleting them, but anything like that, you can easily get sidetracked. Before I know it, I could be on Nordstrom, like looking at shoes, looking at boots, and it's not even cold here. Like, you do not want to spend any time doing stuff that doesn't build your business, especially if you don't have a lot of time, especially if you work a full-time job, if you're a mom, if you go to school, like whatever it may be, you need to be extra intentional with the time that you do have if you want your business to grow. Let's see. Okay. Another thing I was thinking about is I wanted to talk to you guys about what you do every single day. So like, and this comes with these people into play too. Like, talk to them, see what they're doing, see how they're working their business. Like, one thing is, what is a thing that you do every single day that you don't go without doing when it comes to your business? So what is it every single day that you do, without a doubt, hands down, every single day you complete? And I was thinking about this. And so every morning when I wake up, I'm not a morning person. So I know a lot of you guys know, especially if you know me personally, I don't wake up before like 10:30 a.m. And Whitney's laughing because she knows it's like so true. I do not, especially if my son is on summer break. Like, I will not wake up before 10:30. That's early, even at that. So when I wake up, first thing I do in the morning is I post. First thing I do in the morning. Second thing I do in the morning is I follow up with everyone that I'm supposed to follow up with that day, whether it's other customers, whether it's potential distributors, whatever it may be. I do that in the morning. So then throughout the day, I have time to post. I have time to answer questions. You want to make sure that you're getting this stuff done. This is going to build your business. So every day, without a doubt, what do? I follow up, I post, and I message my leaders every single day. What is it that you're doing every single morning or every single, whatever time works best for you that grows your business, that you're going to do every single day without a doubt? What is it? Is it posting on Facebook? Is it reaching out to potentials? Is it growing your network? Oh, that's another thing. I wrote it right here too, and I don't know why I didn't say it. Growing my network. So whatever that may be, whether it's I'm adding 2 people a day that day, or whether I'm adding 3 people a day that day, whatever it may be, I do that every single day without fail. Plugging into motivation. That's another thing too. This business is solely based on motivation. It's not a regular job where you have a boss breathing down your back, making sure that you get the shit that you're supposed to do done. We don't have that. It's solely up to us. If we want to work our business, it's on us. It's on no one else. I'm not going to get fired if I don't post today. I'm not going to get fired if I don't post for a month. But is my paycheck going to drop? Yeah, damn right. It's going to drop. So whatever it is that keeps you motivated. Sometimes I have a lot of audiobooks that I love, and I'll literally put it on while I'm doing my makeup. What I used to do back in the day is watch YouTube videos that had nothing to do with my business at all, which is not a waste of time. I mean, I still love watching YouTube videos, but it's going to benefit me more if I'm listening to a motivational book, or if I'm watching a training on YouTube, whether it's from Tiffany Herr, or whether it's from Jocelyn Yates, or whoever it may be, or even Ashley Hughes. She has some really good ones too. That's going to benefit me, and that's going to benefit my business. It's going to get me in a better mind to go throughout my day and make sure that I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do, instead of a makeup tutorial on how to apply wing liner or whatever it may be. So you kind of have to switch up the stuff that you're doing every single day. If you want this business to pay you like a business, you have to work it like a business. And that means taking out a lot of the bullshit, or leaving it for a different time, like whatever it may be. Say, oh my gosh, my kids are yelling, sorry. But say it's 9 o'clock at night before you go to bed. Watch your video then before you go to bed. But during the day, like you have to be intentional with the time that you do have. So that's one thing. that I always say, like, okay, what are the things that you're going to do today? What are you going to do every single day to work your business without fail, regardless? What is it? And think of those things and then do those things every single day. For the most part, what I'm going to say or what your sponsor is going to say, or even other leaders, it's all going to be pretty much the same thing. It might be a little different here or there, but it's pretty much the same thing. You have to work your business. That's it. You have to work your business. And I can tell you every single day. And if you don't do it, nothing's going to change. You're just going to hear me telling you all the time. You have to actually do the things that your sponsor's telling you to do, or that you're watching on YouTube from these trainings, or whatever it may be. You have to execute that if you want your business to grow. So another thing that I feel like is kind of a challenge, it's actually a really big challenge for me. The separation between friends and being a leader. So like a lot of the people on my team are my friends. They were my friends before they even joined It Works. So it's kind of hard. I think it's harder to help train someone if they are your friends, if they were your friends prior to It Works, because you wouldn't talk to them how you would talk to a complete stranger. Like if it's a complete stranger and they join, I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this, 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 and this. Where as opposed to if it's a friend, you kind of, well, at least for me, you kind of are not less demanding, but I feel like I'm not as pushy, or I'm not as like attached to them, or like harping on them to make sure that they get something done or that they accomplish something, because they are my friend. You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm working on personally, is using the same tough love that I use with my distributors that I've never known, as opposed to the distributors that were my friends or my family or whatever it may be. And honestly, aside from Daniela, and I think because Daniela joined literally 2 months after I joined, all I did was work my business, because after I went to that One Team One Mission, like I caught a fire and I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it happen. So because I was so in it, and that's all I did every single day, by default, that's all she did every single day too, because we worked together. We were brand new. We didn't know what we were doing. So we kind of just were like, it was like ignorance on fire. We didn't know what we were doing, but we were super excited. So now I feel like complete strangers work their business so much better than my friends do. And I know it's because I train them differently, and it's not by like, that's not what I was trying to do, but I think that I was just more worried about how I approached my friends as opposed to like the distributors that I've never even met. Like, and I'm not doing anyone any favors by being more lenient or being, I guess, real and upfront with what they have to do if they want to be successful. So that's another thing too. Like, I know it's kind of, it's fun when your friends join you, but I don't know if you're anything like me, like you kind of take it easier on them, or you're not like as, not strict. I don't want to say strict, but you're not as, you know what I mean? Like you're not as like hard on them, or maybe that's just me. But let me see. Is that it? Yeah, I guess that's it. Dang. I mean, I took 2 pages, but search every time. Oh, another thing. Okay. Steps to success. So when it comes to like you looking for these people, you can't ever want these people that you're putting on this chart to do anything that you're not doing. So if you're not filling out your steps to success, you're not welcoming customers, you're not welcoming distributors, there's no way that you could expect these people to do that either. Like people are watching you all the time, regardless if you think they are or not. So steps to success, like when was the last time you enrolled a loyal customer? When was the last time you enrolled a distributor? When was the last time that you had a wrap party? Wrap parties built my business. Literally, I built this business one wrap party at a time. I literally wrapped for like 6 months straight every single weekend. I had so many wrap parties. Now, obviously, it's more launch parties than wrap parties, and my focus is obviously on getting my distributors that are enrolling to do wrap parties. But wrap parties built my business in the beginning. That is how I made my money. My commission check was not big. I mean, it was money, but it was not hundreds of dollars. That's for sure. I paid bills with wrap cash. So you need to have wrap parties. Literally, that's where it starts. And I used to be terrified of wrap parties. I don't like talking in front of people, whether it's 2 people, whether it's 20 people. I don't like it. I feel sick. I feel like I'm going to puke. I just don't like it. So that was one of my biggest fears, was having wrap parties, because I didn't know what I was going to say, or I didn't know if I was going to get asked a question that I didn't know the answer to. But at the end of the day, you're going to have good wrap parties and you're going to have bad wrap parties. But if you're not having any wrap parties, that's a problem. How are you going to build your business? How are you going to build your network? I have distributors on my team that I would have never welcomed if it wasn't for a wrap party of like so-and-so, and then so-and-so invited so-and-so, and then they're the ones who join my team. Like, wrap parties are so important. Our business is built on wraps. So you have to wrap people, wrap yourself, wrap your mom, wrap your cousin. I literally messaged everyone that I knew when I joined. And one of my biggest excuses that kept me from joining was, I don't have a big network. I was a stay-at-home mom, and the work that I did do was on clients that I had already had from the salon and my online boutique, which it's online. So I don't see anyone like face to face. So I didn't have anyone to interact with. So that was my biggest thing, was how am I going to build my business if my network was so small? Like, what am I going to do? That's when you have to start thinking outside the box. For every single wrap party that you do, that's a whole new network of people. Get them to find you on Facebook. That was my biggest thing. If I can get you to find me on Facebook, I can probably get you to either become a loyal customer or a distributor. So when you have wrap parties, play a game. I would always have everyone friend me on Facebook, as long as it wasn't a launch party and it was a wrap party. If it was a launch party, obviously I would make sure that they are friending the person whose launch party it is. But I would make everyone friend me on Facebook, and then I would make everyone post about the wrap party. And whoever got the most likes and comments will win a free facial or a free week's worth of greens or whatever it may be. But that would grow my network, and it kept growing my network and kept growing my network. So anytime anyone's up for a wrap party, I'm always down. And like, if business is slow, I start to do wrap parties again, because that has built my business time and time again. So you need to make sure that you're filling out your steps to success before you like try and harp on your rubies or your executives to make sure that they're filling out their steps to success. And if whatever it is that you're doing right this second isn't working for you, you have to switch it up. If you're posting on Facebook and you're not getting any likes aside from people that are already Earworks distributors, you have to start interacting with other people on Facebook, or they're never going to see your stuff. So start liking stuff, start commenting on stuff, start interacting with people. And by doing that, people are going to start seeing your stuff as well. You have to be proactive. You have to. If you're sitting back and just waiting for people to come to you because you post once a day, it could happen, but chances are those opportunities are going to be few and far between of people actually reaching out to you if you're doing like the bare minimum. So you have to be proactive. When it comes to like this stuff, you have to make sure that these people are being proactive if they want to be on your list. So that's another thing. Like, have a talk with someone. Hey, I'm going presidential. Do you want this triple spot? Do you want to do this? Are you in this with me? Yes or no? If the answer is no, move on, find someone else. I'm going triple. I need a double. Do you want this? Are you ready for it? Not only for the paycheck, but are you ready for the stuff that comes along with that? Like the leadership, the training, the actual building of a business, of a double diamond business, of a diamond business. Like, it's not easy, and it doesn't come from doing the bare minimum. Can you go executive with doing the bare minimum? Yeah, you easily can. You could even go Ruby doing the bare minimum, but anything past Ruby, not a chance in hell. It takes work. It literally takes work. Going Emerald from Ruby is literally one of the hardest promotions in my eyes, because you literally have to do exactly what you did all over again. And that's tough. So you have to make sure that the people that you're putting in those spots are ready to take on that leadership, and they're ready to pretty much do what it takes to be an Emerald. And if they're not, do not put them on this chart. Find someone else. I pretty much talked about everything that I wrote down. I'm gonna, I guess, have you guys ask questions. Do you guys have any questions about, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like about the offensive game plan. It could be literally anything you want it to be, business related. You can either unmute yourself or you can just type in the comments.
Yeah.
Is somebody talking?
Están más chiquitas que tú. Hola tiene 8 años. Y Melanie tiene 7.
Okay, I don't think they were wanting to be unmuted. Let's see.
Hey, I don't have a question, but I just posted a live video from a triple diamond. Her name is Ashley she goes by, but it's about finding your target audience. And I just posted in the live first page, and I think that's so important. And I've been thinking about that lately. And it's so like she was like, I don't post towards like geared towards like single moms because I'm not one. You know, like I can't relate to people like that. So she relates to like entrepreneurial minded people, or like I would relate to, you know, mothers who would want to supplement their husband's income or something like that. Whereas Daniela can't relate to that yet. So she's more geared to her freedom and the freedom of time and the freedom of money that she has, you know. So find your target audience and really speak to them, because that's really you being yourself, and that's really where you're going to find the people that you can actually relate to anyways.
For sure. I seriously could not agree with that more. Like, if you're a single mom, then look for those single moms, because you know their struggle. You know exactly what they're going through. If you're not a mom, it's not like, you obviously can't talk about being a single mom because you're not a mom. If you are into fashion, then look for those people, because they're obviously going to be attracted to you and you're going to be attracted to them, and you guys are going to work well together. Just like Melinda said, she's a mom. She wants to continue to be a stay-at-home mom. So who are the people that she's going to look for? Moms who want to continue to be a stay-at-home mom, whether they're working or whether they're wanting to bring in income but not leave their babies. Those are who you want to look for. If you're super athletic and you're super into fitness, those are the people that you want to look for, or people who are interested in the same exact thing as you, because those are the people that you're going to work well together. They're going to vibe off of you and vice versa, just like what Melinda said. So I'm going to watch that video.
Like one of my girls, Angela, she's a nurse and she works a lot, you know, and she hasn't been relating to people like in that sense. I'm like, talk to the other nurses who have no freedom of time, you know. They don't need the money. Don't talk about the money. Talk about the time that they need. So yeah, that's about it.
For sure. I mean, our ambassador uplines, Danielle Mahar and Sarah McKinnon, they were registered nurses too. Like, obviously they didn't need the income. What they wanted was freedom of time. They both have kids. Sarah has 2 kids, Danielle has 4. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the money and everything to do with the freedom. Because why do you want to work every single day and never see your kids? Like that, to me, I'm a mom of 2. That does not sound like the good life. Yeah, you're making $80,000 a year, but is it worth it if you're gone all the time? You know what I mean? So you need to relate to the people that you have stuff in common with. I got a question. Hold on. From Denise. She said, most of the people that I've talked to in joining the business want to, but are in a hard spot and say they don't have the money to join. I already told them about pre-selling, but they don't want to try that. Is there any other way of persuading them? I'm going to mute myself really quick because I'm going to go make sure my kids aren't killing themselves. And if anyone wants to like touch base on that while I'm gone, I'll be right back and then I'll talk about it.
I think the most important thing to remember when you're trying to sign DTs is don't always count on that one DT. So if she's taking you around the hamster wheel, you know, you eventually got to get off of that and go find other people who are interested and who want this. Don't like write her on your steps to success as like a maybe until she actually signs. Go find somebody who really does want it, like ASAP, not maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe a month from now, maybe when I get money. You know, they're never gonna sign. Don't count on them. Just keep building your business and skip past them. You know, don't not ever follow up with them. But I wouldn't hold my breath either.
Okay, I'm back. I heard you talking, Melinda. What did you say?
I said to don't ever count on those people like if they're gonna sign, to hold on, baby, to get off the hamster wheel, keep finding new people. Don't hold your breath on somebody who's a maybe now, maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, if they're not already on your steps to success chart as an enrolled distributor, you can't count on them. What I say when someone says that, I just tell them, honestly, I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. If you don't have the $100 to sign up, I don't know what better reason as to why you need to join this business. Like, especially if you're working full time. If you're working full time and at the end of the day, you don't have $100, whether it's for this business or whether it's for, an expense that comes up, you should want to do something else. You should want to do something different. I can guarantee you that there's very few people on our team alone that had the $99 to join. I did not. I had to borrow it from our grocery money. And even that made me so sick to my stomach because I was terrified about not making that back. Like, terrified. That's food for my kids and my husband and myself, like, for the month. What if I didn't make that back? Then what? My daughter was on Alimentum formula, which doesn't even come in a big can. It only comes in a small can. And the small can alone is $30. $30. $100 could buy us 2 cans. No, 3 cans. 3 cans. I can't even count. But 3 cans, like, that was terrifying to me. But at the end of the day, I knew that I needed a change, and I did not want to go back to work, but I knew that something had to change because we couldn't go on like that. There was no room for error when it came to our finances at all. So, and I was just sick of it. So you have to just talk to them and say, like, aren't you fed up with that being an issue in your life? Like, you not having that extra money? Like, if you don't want to honestly, at the end of the day, if they don't even want to try to pre-sell their wraps, chances are, even if they join this business, they're not going to do anything anyway. If they're not willing to do that, they don't want this and they're not going to do it. Not saying that they're not going to want it in a month from now or 2 months from now or whenever it may be. But if they're not even willing to pre-sell their wraps, I would be like, you know what? Okay, I'll be here when you're ready, but done. Like, I'm not going to waste time on you anymore, because it takes a different type of person to be successful in this business. I don't want to say that you have to be like at your lowest low, but when people are at their lowest of lows and they feel like they just can't do what they're doing anymore, those are the people that jump in and make shit happen. Those are the people that go executive. Those are the people on this team that have gotten the Ruby bonus. There's multiple people on our team that have gotten that Ruby bonus. Even me. So that's going Ruby in 2 months. I didn't even do that. I didn't even go Ruby in 2 months. So there's no reason why people can't jump in and be successful if they really want to. If they don't, then that's on them. And if they join your business, chances are you probably won't even be able to fast start off them if that's their mentality. And I know that it sucks because it's like, I want you to join. But one thing that has changed my business is to not be that desperate distributor. I don't want to be that desperate distributor that, like, pretty much like attacks people and is like, join, please join. Like, this is an amazing opportunity. I make an amazing living and my financial situation is polar opposite of what it was before this business. If you don't want to take this opportunity and run with it, that's on you. Like, I'm offering you an opportunity, but don't beg people, because this opportunity is huge and this opportunity can change people's lives. There's no reason for you to have to beg people at all. And even if you're having to beg them, chances are those aren't the people that are going to be the runners on your team, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Let me see if there's any other questions. Do you guys have any other questions? Hannah? I'm going to unmute you. Were you raising your hand or were you just doing that?
Oh, I was popping my fingers. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Do you guys have any questions at all? Oh, I think I got one. Hold on. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. Oh, wait. This thing keeps on moving and it looks like people are asking questions, but it's not popping up. Okay. I don't think you guys have any more questions, so I guess we'll end tonight right here. If you are really ready to take this business seriously and you really want to promote, make it happen. Like, there's no reason why you can't do this. If whether I enrolled you or whether someone else enrolled you, like, if you really want this to work, it can work and it will work, but it's going to take work for sure. If you guys want to talk to me about any of the stuff that we went over tonight, message me, call me, whatever. We can do like a private Zoom by ourselves, whatever it may be. I'm here to help if you want the help. So with that being said, I guess we'll end tonight right here. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. And if you guys need anything, you know where I'm at. Bye, guys.